Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Sunday Afternoon DOOGER. It's me, DOOGER, with my gigantic coat on the ground because it's cold. It's not as bad today, actually. It's okay today. But my toesies, chilly. My finger is cold enough that it's deactivating Vegeta's power. Unbelievably. Put it in the coffee forever. Congrats on the new podcast. Thank you. Yes. So Jesse and I did what I think is going to be our final tech sort of thing for Geekenders. Stuff is going to slowly come together for it, but I think this following Friday is going to be the first episode that's just like, yep, it's an episode, right? We were talking about some of the feedback we got. Some people wanted more structure. Some people loved that there was no structure. So we're going to try and meet in the middle there. Obviously we need like an actual background and stuff, but yeah. The VOD isn't on Twitch for some reason. No, because Jesse has exclusivity to the VOD. So I stream it, and then Jesse gets the VOD. That's what we thought made the most sense. So I just need to, that VOD from Friday, I just need to cut it. Because I forgot to. I just need to cut off the Geekenders part and then publish the part that was just video games. We do plan to post an audio version, yeah. That's something that I think Jesse is talking with Mathis about probably, because Mathis is like a weird podcasting boy. Yeah, we decided to take the name Geekenders because, you know, that was the name that we gave our show. And the show doesn't exist anymore. So fuck it. We'll just reuse it for the podcast. He is a weird podcasting boy. And I think if someone was like, Dodger called you a weird podcasting boy, he'd be like, true. Yeah, we're excited. Mr. Weird Podcasting Boy. Yeah, the other thing streaming wise that I was wondering if we should do is like, I'm wondering if I should end my normal stream and then restart stream and have like pre-show for the actual podcast. That might be good. So it's not so wishy-washy about like when it's starting, you know? Yeah, and so I don't need to cut it each time exactly. Yeah, I think it'll make sense. I would do it because I missed the podcast because I didn't get a notification for the podcast separate to your regular stream. Yes. Yeah, I think that'll work best. Mm-hmm. Agreed. Me and my boys gonna mess you up. But yeah, if you want to watch the first episode, quote, quote, the early access pilot episode, it's on Jesse's YouTube. And if you were here when I showed that really cursed clip from Minecraft D&D that got put together. That's on TikTok now. I just put that up. Make the VOD for the podcast sub only. No, because literally the agreement between us, because we were like, we want it to feel, because Co-optional always kind of felt like John's show. So we were discussing how do we make it so that it feels like we're equally important, you know, like it's equally our shows. And I was like, if I can stream it, then once the stream is done, you know, anybody who really wants to be there live will come to my stream, and then I will not keep that VOD. It'll vanish into the ether. And then Jesse gets exclusivity to the VOD. Yeah, sorry, maybe you shut up after I said that. It's an excellent clip. It's surely something. It feels like you're more of a streamer and Jesse is more of a YouTuber, so it's a sensible split. Yeah, that's kind of what we figured. So, yeah, it should be fun. We need to find somebody for this Friday. The Minion clip? Yes, the Minion clip. Cursed. I love Brie with my whole heart. I haven't seen a stream since 2 months ago when the misdemeanor was mentioned and I fell into a black hole. Was the black hole misdemeanor? Did you watch Misdemeanor? If you did, I hope you loved it. Cuisinier is fun, yeah. Oh my God. So, I've been telling you guys about how magical it is to be playing a Zelda game with a 5-year-old who has no preconceptions about what Zelda is, who the characters are, none of it, right? So we're playing Breath of the Wild, and at the beginning of Breath of the Wild, basically the second the intro's over, if you don't want to be spoiled on sort of like the concept of what Breath of the Wild is, I guess I'll put my finger up, but you find this out pretty quickly, basically the second you're done with the intro. So you can mute when my finger's up if you don't want to know. But the concept of Breath of the Wild is that you, Link, wake up in a shrine and you come to the surface and you're in Hyrule Kingdom, but it's like there's like weird ruins and rubble everywhere. There's all these big like sort of, you know, like ancient robot type things. And your first big story dump that happens is this guy that's been helping you basically do the tutorial. He's like, guess what? Just kidding. I wasn't just some guy. I'm actually the ghost of the former king of Hyrule. And you're like, whoa. And he's like, and for the last 100 years, you've been underground healing because you joined Zelda to try and save Hyrule from Ganon. And Ganon is currently stuck basically at Hyrule Castle because Zelda is a badass and has been there for 100 years, keeping Ganon in check with her power, basically waiting for you to wake up. And so 100 years later, you wake up, right? And you're told, like, you were her knight. You know, fought valiantly, but you almost died, and we put you underground. And now you're back, and you have to... I'm begging you to go save her, basically. Okay. I don't think I need to talk about any specifics anymore after that. But like, so I watch that. I see how Breath of the Wild is set up, right? And I'm like, makes sense. Yeah. Sounds like a Zelda game, right? Clark freaked the fuck out and was like, we're Zelda's knight? I was like, yeah. She was like, and Zelda's the princess? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, and Zelda is fighting Ganon and we have to save her? And I was like, yeah. And she was like really overwhelmed by it. Like she was so excited. Like, we have to go save her. And I was like, well, honey, we're not strong enough yet. We have to gain allies. We have to go on our adventure and then we can go save her. And she was like, okay. It's so fun. It's so fun, dude. Playing a Zelda game with someone who doesn't know what Zelda is at all. Oh my God. It's so cute. Yeah, she's in, dude. She's so invested. We have to catch all the fish first. Yeah, we can't catch fish. We can't catch bugs. I don't know how to mine yet. Keep in mind, again, I didn't really play Breath of the Wild either. So I was like, can you mine in this game? Yeah, it looks like you can. I'm seeing like deposits that seem like you can mine. Oh, I definitely don't have what I need to mine though. Like I'm just trying everything. Yeah, she's, aren't you recapping the thing you didn't want to spoil? No, I'm not. Were you listening during the spoiler section? No. I think the important things, the things that a player might be like, oh, I didn't say a second time, so. But if you've played Zelda, you know that the three people are Ganon, Link, and Zelda. And Link and Zelda are bros, and they're fighting this guy, you know? But Clark didn't know that. She's never played it. She doesn't know who these people are. It's crazy. It's so cool. Yes. There's a point where because Breath of the Wild has like a system about like weather conditions, right? It's like the open world version of you need different versions of Link's exact outfit in order to breathe underwater, right? Sort of shit. Like, if you go into a cold area, you freeze to death, right? And at a certain point in the game, we like, you know, you get given a cold weather outfit. And Clark was so fucking excited to put it on. And she looked at me and she goes, Mommy, do you know what Daddy told me? And I was like, no, what did he say? And she was like, apparently there are tons of outfits in this game. I was like, there are tons of outfits in this game. Clark is playing. She's dipping her toes into combat. She doesn't feel super comfy with the combat, but just running around, picking stuff up, cooking things, swimming, climbing, all that shit, loves it. Loves trying to do the shrines. Cannot figure out the shrines on her own at all, which makes perfect sense because she's still learning how to use a controller even, you know. But she's learning very fast. And the thing that I had said the other day as well that's really cool if you have a kid that like might attach themselves to an RPG of some sort and they're learning to read. The amount of reading that you have to do in an RPG is crazy. And she'll sit there with a menu open and just slowly read the whole thing. And I'm like, that's so cool. Because she wants to be able to play it as independently as possible. You know, she wants it to be her adventure, which is so cool. I'm excited to see what her favorite outfit is going to be. Yeah. I have an idea. It's one that I've seen a lot of fan art of. I get the feeling she's going to really like that one, but who knows? That's like me with RuneScape when I was little. It taught me English. So many people in chat have said that before. Like the way that I started learning English was because I got really into a game or really into like one specific show. I wonder if she's going to want a Zelda themed birthday. Oh my God. That would be so cool. That would be so sick. I would have so much fun planning a Zelda birthday. The belly dancer outfit is the outfit I was thinking of, yes. It's very good. Oh. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. I feel like if you because my immediate thought was it would be so fun to like, because we've got this big old field out here, right? It would be so fun to set up like a Zelda puzzle type obstacle course that the kids do. That would be so fun. But I feel like they would need to be just a little bit older, you know? One of the pigs can cosplay as Ganon. That's very good. Yeah, just make little cardboard Koroks and put them everywhere, you know? It'd be very fun. I bet people have done that. I'd be really surprised if they hadn't. The Wind Waker pigs were so cute. I don't remember Wind Waker very well. Oh, they are cute. That's right. Everything in Wind Waker was very angular. Like the art style. Link, pig. Sorry. It's one of the first things that popped up. Yeah, the danger with that, though, if you were like, yeah, and part of the obstacle course, it's going to look like there's a wall there, but it's a fake wall. And if you knock it over, there's like candy or something behind it. Or like like a weird, easily breakable pot. And if you break the pot, there's candy inside. But then I feel like that's encouraging a bunch of very small children to break as many things as possible. So maybe not. Maybe not that. Not really, because there were a couple birthdays there where we couldn't really do anything because of lockdown and everything. So it was just us. So her first birthday was in Los Angeles. I've seen people do absolutely hilarious birthday themes for a 1-year-old because the 1-year-old doesn't care, right? The 1-year-old doesn't know what's going on. So that's pretty funny. But we just, the grandparents were there and we were there and it was a 1-year-old birthday, right? And then, second and third birthdays, nothing happened. Her fourth year birthday was at my mother-in-law's house and she invited 2 friends. And then her birthday this last year was the science party, the weird science party, where I learned, okay, there are definitely on the website, they say, yeah, we're good for 5-year-olds. They were not, it was not it was not a good like party situation for 5-year-olds because all of the kids needed to just sit the whole time and watch. Not fun for a 5-year-old. I mean, they all had fun. They were all like, this was really fun. But like the number of times the guy had to be like, please sit down. I was like, no, just let them stand, dude. This is futility. What was Clark's Halloween costume? She went as Wednesday Addams to the, she went on like a nighttime Halloween walk with her cousin and Nanny and Granddad. And she was Wednesday Addams for that because she needed to dress warm. And we were like, what's a warm costume we can do that's like kind of easy? So we just went to TK Maxx and bought some warm black clothes. And that was her whole costume, and she loved it, and she was super cute. And then on actual Halloween in America, she changed her mind like 8 times, which I've told you would happen, right? And in the end, we were at Spirit of Halloween because we were like, we've got to show Clark the level of like crazy animatronics in America, right? So we went to Spirit of Halloween, and she loved all of the like big robots and things. And then she saw a like ghost costume, but it was basically like it was like a beautiful Victorian child, like a sad Victorian child with like fake chains all over it. And she was like, I want to do that. So we did. And we used like black spray on her hair, and it looked all like greasy and weird, and she was terrifying. It was great. Also, I think I saw it when I was monologuing. I think I saw somebody who said, you should make a piñata that looks like a Zelda pot. That is genius. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. She was like, when I get a little older, do you think I could play some other Zelda games? And I was like, to be honest, Clark, I feel like other Zelda games are even more accessible to you. You could play them now. You could play Ocarina of Time now, I think. Should I download Ocarina of Time? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Not Majora's Mask. Not Majora's Mask. You know what's funny is I don't remember getting like emotionally devastated or traumatized by Majora's Mask. But I know so many people who are like, that game freaked me the fuck out. Maybe I was young enough. When did that game come out? How old was I? I was going to say, maybe I was young enough that I didn't understand, like, conceptually what was going on in that game. 2000. I was 13. Never mind. Never mind. It definitely has a different vibe. Yeah, for sure. Majora's Mask scared me, and parts of Ocarina of Time. I was probably 6 or 7 when I first played them. Gotcha. When I was 13, I had no idea what was going on. But I feel like, I mean, same, but I feel like at a 13-year-old, I could follow the storyline of a video game, you know? Yeah. Somebody has to have made a tier list of like best to worst games, Zelda games for little kids. Someone has to have made that list. And if they haven't, we should make it. Best Zelda game for a little kid. That's all, I guess. Spirit Tracks is the perfect starter game for any child who is about to experience the Zelda franchise for the first time. Recommendations for a first Zelda game for a child. Wind Waker is a very welcoming Zelda game for kids. Link's Awakening is good for kids because it's short. I highly recommend Spirit Tracks. Very linear, great music. It allows for a little bit of freedom. Cute relationship between Link and Zelda. Easy controls with touchscreen mechanics. I didn't play Spirit Tracks, but I'm sold. Sure. I hated Spirit Tracks. The first thing I see when I swap back. I really enjoyed your podcast. I want more. Come back on Friday. We'll be doing it every Friday. I'm glad you guys liked it so much, considering that we talked about stuff, but like not with any structure, you know. Yeah, Jesse and I have talked for a while about doing another podcast together. We used to be on co-optional podcasts together. And then obviously John died, and then Jenna took over for a while, and she had a whole bunch of stuff going on with her life, and it sort of just petered out, right? And we stopped doing it. It's been a few years since then, I think, because John died the same year that I had Clark. So yeah. And Jesse and I have talked about doing another podcast type thing before. And so we're doing it finally, basically. So, yeah, it'll be happening every Friday around 4 p.m. GMT, 8 a.m. Pacific time. And we already discussed like some of the things that we're probably going to change going forward about it now that we've gotten some feedback. But one of the things is that since I already stream on Fridays, I will definitely like stop around 3:30 every Friday and then restart the stream with the Geekenders title so that everybody gets a push notification that it's starting, and have some, you know, some pre-show time and stuff for people to come in and everything, because people had no idea it was starting or that it even happened. With just Guinea Pig Joe. Yeah. Both times. We roped him in when he was in the middle of his own stream, and then he came on for the first episode properly, So I don't get the VODs. Jesse, so I will always be the one streaming it on my channel here. And then Jesse takes the VOD to YouTube. So if you want to watch the first episode, it's on youtube.com/Jesse Cox. And then, yes, we are planning on putting an audio only version on like podcast stuff. 2K people for a show that people didn't know what was happening is pretty good. It is pretty good, yeah. Fridays, yeah. I'll make a command for it, yeah. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Hold on. It will always be Friday. Yep. There's no command yet, guys. There's no command yet. I was messaging Jesse. I did not make a command. I didn't say I was. Oh, I have a sponsored stream tomorrow, don't I?
I'm just remembering.
Mm-hmm. We're going to be playing a game called Worldless tomorrow night. No, the pre-podcast convo where we were like setting up and everything. Yeah, that's not on Jesse's YouTube. No, tomorrow. So that's the plan for tomorrow is our normal stream time. Oily Timmy. Oily Timmy beats the boss is what I'm gonna title it. Oily Timmy beats the game. And then yeah, and then in the evening will be a sponsored Worldless stream. I think Tuesday. I'm not totally sure what we're gonna. Oh no, I am sure what we're gonna play. Hold on. I'm double checking the name of it because I'm I'm worried I've forgotten now. Come on, man. Did I not buy it? Small Story or whatever. The game where you're a mouse. Play that. Start that one. I'm really excited to start that game. And in the evening, we're going to do For the King with the worms. Small Saga. Thank you. Nothing planned for Wednesday, I don't think. There is no deadbeats this week. Yeah. There is Sunforge tonight. Yes. Are all of these indie games? I mean, Small Saga's indie, I think. Lies of P. Oily Timmy is Lies of P. Lies of P was not an indie game, no. Joe thinks I'd love American Arcadia. I have no plans to play it right now because I really want to play Small Saga, but yeah. I haven't played it. What does the P stand for? So it is Bloodborne, but the story framework is Pinocchio. So it's a play because the game is Korean, and in Korean P means blood. So they don't explicitly say Pinocchio in the game, but it is the story of Pinocchio, or like a weird Victorian dark steampunk version of Pinocchio. So Everybody kind of assumed it was Lies of Pinocchio, but it's Lies of Blood and Pinocchio. It's both. And if you really like Soulsborne games, I was expecting that it aesthetically would probably give, but maybe as the game went on, you know, the story wouldn't be that interesting or the fights wouldn't be that unique. It's hard to describe how much I've enjoyed Lies of P. I think it's a fantastic game. If you liked Bloodborne, if you liked that aesthetic, and you want another game that has like really cool fights in it, that actually tells you a story and doesn't just imply a story and make you read a bunch of item descriptions. I'm not saying any specific game does that, but it's good. It's really good. Just roasted a whole genre. I was saying that I love the Dark Souls games. I think they're really, really fun. I love the boss fights. I could not fucking tell you what is going on in that game. Okay. I played Dark Souls 2, played Dark Souls 3, played regular Dark Souls, regular ass Dark Souls, right? Played them all. Haven't done Elden Ring and the Demon Souls remake or any of that shit. But I don't know what the fuck is going on in those games. I don't know. But the undead with the curse and the evil guy. Yeah. I was about to say, I know that we're called, and then I almost said penitent one, which is what you're called in Blasphemous, which is a Souls-like side scroller. So they're just all fucking blending together. You know, I don't know. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Something, something. Cycles always repeat themselves. Something, something. Someone must always be on the throne. Something, something. Right? Mm-hmm. They're good games. They're good games. I just don't know what's going on in them. And I was pleasantly surprised that in Lies of P, they were like, all right, we need to, like, we're going to actually explain what's happening, right? There's puppets everywhere. Why are the puppets have attacked? Why have the puppets attacked? You're in a city. There's no people. What's going on, right? And they tell you. There are characters that just talk to you normal, right? Characters that are like, what's up, dude? Can you believe all these puppets? This shit's been going on for a while. Here you go. Here's some information. If only we knew why it's going on, though. And you're like, thank you. I know what I'm trying to figure out now. I appreciate that. There are puppets, but who's pulling the strings? Nice. Yeah. It's a good game. It's a very good game. And I'm really excited. Normally when I play a Souls game, I don't have any desire to play it again. Maybe one day I would play it again. But like, there isn't a part of my brain that's like, I can't wait to replay this. Lies of P, I've been so excited to beat because I want a new game plus this game so bad. I can't wait to play this game again because there's actually like a bunch of choices in the game that matter, you know? New Game Plus, extra crispy. Yeah, dude. I'm very excited. Yeah. Dark Souls NPC be like, yes, the light begets the dark. The dimensions are betwixt. Yes. Yeah. Listens to music and gains humanity. No! I was so mad. Honestly, I don't think I would have been as mad if people hadn't immediately told me, yeah, the tooltip told you that was gonna happen. Because I was like, why didn't it tell me? Bitch, it tried. What are you gonna do? No, I don't play WoW. I played vanilla WoW in college, and that is the extent of my World of Warcraft life. Sprinkle, did you exclamation point Sam because Sam has been playing WoW? Okay, yes. You know what I do play? Final Fantasy XIV. An incredible game. Did you know that Stormblood is now included in the free trial? Wow, wow, wee, wow, 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 wee, wow, 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 wee, wow. Wow, what a deal. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, grab your favorite cousin and start playing. Is Final Fantasy XIV easy to start? Yeah, I think so. The community is really, really welcoming to new players. If you're a new player, you have a little symbol next to your name, which is adorable to signify that you are a sprout. You're a new player. And people tend to be very like gentle and accommodating with new players and answer questions and stuff. But also, like, Tiri and I stream it once a week, right? We've just finally gotten back into that since I moved. And there will always inevitably be someone in chat who's like, I'm so overwhelmed by the number of buttons you have. That's not how it starts. You don't start with that many buttons, I swear. The game is really accessible to start. It's just like playing Dungeons and Dragons, right? If you've ever played that. You have a couple abilities and you're given really like head empty quests, and then it slowly builds on itself. So, yes, and the free trial is absolutely massive. It's like mugs. You start with one or two, and then you have cupboards. Don't, Alex. Alex, no. Yes, and you only need one character. You can be every class on one character. It's great. So if you start playing as something, you spend all this time like on a character and give them the coolest name possible, and then choose a class for them. If you're like, nah, you can just swap. But you don't lose progress with that other class in case you need to go back to it for some reason, or you want to, keep working on it. What's funny, I realized I'm spreading my infection. I was thinking about this when we were on Geekenders. Jesse was talking about how he is like against having collections of anything. He doesn't collect things, right? He's a very minimal boy. And it made me think about my mug collection, because that's, of course, what everybody always brings up is like, do you still have like 300 mugs? No, because I moved internationally and I couldn't bring them all, okay? But we were doing dishes and I was putting mugs away, and I realized that like 5 of the mugs up there are Clark's. And I was like, she doesn't need these. She doesn't need 5 mugs. I'm not going to get rid of them, but she doesn't need 5 mugs, Like, yeah, she's got a little like Le Creuset mug, like a nice thick pink mug that she loves. That's like this big. She's got a metal mug, like a camper style mug from last Christmas, that has a reindeer face on it and says her name. So of course we're keeping that. She has a Little Miss Princess mug, because we went to that weird convenience store, and for some fucking reason this convenience store had an entire wall of like old weird mugs. So we decided all of us were going to get one. This one was Sam's. Why am I using it? Because nothing's sacred in our house. And then she has, she got me a mug with bees on it. And then there was one with ladybirds. And so she wanted the ladybird one. So now we have matching bee and ladybird mugs. So, I'm spreading the sickness, is what I'm saying. Oh my God. Sam was looking into the Bluey game, because we were like, well, obviously we have to buy this. And he was so excited that you get to choose what characters you are. He was like, oh my God, we can buy it on Switch. And if we have 3 controllers, we can literally pick who in the family we want to be. He was like, this is going to be awesome. I'm not going to stream it. No. The 3 of us are going to play it together in our house, but don't stream it. They DMCA the music. Thank you for letting me know. That's also good to know. Did you see the Bluey Xbox? I didn't, but I'm going to go look it up now. Bluey, wait. I need to get better about this. People always ask me to just show what I'm looking at, and I never think to do it. Hold on. Okay. All right. This? Oh my God. That's good. I like that. I want that. It's so cute. Wait, there's also, hold on. There's also this. Very good. Maya the Bee Xbox when? Dude, when this week are we going to listen to every Maya the Bee intro and then tier list them? What's the plan? When are we doing that? Because we have to. Right now, we don't have time. We don't have time to do it right now. I need to, apparently, the video that combines every Maya the Bee intro is over 45 minutes long. We don't have the time. Two times speed? No! We have to absorb it in its natural form. Black Sails, Ted Lasso. I do also have to watch Black Sails and Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso. You know what? I went to look, and I actually have watched the very first episode of Black Sails, and I remember thinking to myself, this is all right, I guess, but I don't really care to watch more. So I understand why Joe was like, give it a few episodes. I watched Bluey. I'm proud of you. So those are the only two you have left. I know. Yeah. Ted Lasso, every time somebody's like, you gotta watch Ted Lasso, you'll love it. I can't, when I go to look it up, I'm like, this does not look like something I would give a fuck about. I just don't want to watch it, but everybody says I'll love it, so. Like Seinfeld? I didn't have an opportunity to decide whether or not I thought Seinfeld sounded funny. It just existed on TV. To be fair, we didn't really watch it. We watched a lot of Frasier, though. Watched a lot of Frasier. Basically, anytime Star Trek was on, that was on the TV. I haven't been here in ages. How are you and the fam? We're fantastic. It's a beautiful overcasty day. It looks like it's misting a little bit outside. My kid is snuggled up, chilling with my husband, playing Zelda. It's great. The vibes are immaculate here, so. Sam and I watched all of the Scott Pilgrim anime last night. Yeah. I never watched Friends at all growing up. At all. I remember going to high school and somebody in my science class, and I've definitely told this story before, somebody in my science class was like, hey, it's the last episode of Friends tonight, and I'm devastated, and I don't know how I'm going to do at this lab today. And I was like, what? Was it good? We liked it a lot. Yeah. It's not what you expect it to be. I don't know how to talk about it, really. It's the Scott Pilgrim show. But if you enjoyed the movie or the game or the comic or whatever, I would say, like, definitely give it a shot. We just slammed through the whole thing. It's only 8 episodes. Yeah, no spoilies. But yeah, so I didn't watch Friends until it was all on Netflix, and I was a grown-ass adult. And it's shocking. If you never watched Friends, I'm not saying that you have to watch Friends, but if you never watched Friends and you watch it like now-ish, you will be continuously shocked how many just references that have fully ingrained themselves into society, like American society specifically, I guess, was originally a Friends joke. Weird. Really weird. Things would happen on Friends and I'd be like, oh my God, is that where it's from? Is it from Friends? What the fuck? Weird. Sam was making fun of me. We were chilling last night. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is like a comfort show for me. I just put it on all the time. It's a good show to have on if I don't need to pay attention, but it's also one of those shows where I've seen every episode like 8,000 times, but I'll still look up to watch the episode. I'll be like, I don't need it on. Like, why don't we put on Brooklyn Nine-Nine and that way I can do something else and I don't need to pay attention. And then I'll be doing a thing and look up once and then just sit there like this and watch the rest of the episode. I love it. But last night, Sam and I were just chilling. The TV wasn't on. We were both on our phones. And a Brooklyn Nine-Nine clip started playing on my phone. And Sam was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine on your phone? And I was like, no, I was scrolling through TikTok and then a Brooklyn Nine-Nine clip started playing and I felt weird that I couldn't hear the audio. So I turned it up and he was like, you've seen the episode. What do you need the audio for? I don't know, Sam. It's weird. Duke's getting called out all the time, yeah. It used to be, I'm trying to think of what it was before Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I went through a long period of time where there wasn't like a show that I wanted to just put on all the time. Or just like have on for background noise, you know? I feel like before Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it was Bob's Burgers. And I haven't watched Bob's Burgers in years. And I keep wondering if like the episodes I haven't seen are good. Or if I wouldn't like them as much. I don't know why. I know. Bob's Burgers is so good. It's still very good. Maybe I'll catch up. Maybe I'll catch up soon. Hey, what you doing? Da, 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 da. It's time for Little Lunch. We've also watched Little Lunch like 3 times now at this point because Clark loves it. But I also enjoy it. That's that rare intersection of like my kid is really into this show, but I also like watching the show. It's great. Is it the next 5-episode watch? Maybe. The Office, but with little Australian kids? Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll pitch that this week. It's apparently based on books. I was like, are they good books? Little Lunch isn't a cartoon. It's whole ass Australian children. And it's their like it's like stories from their break time, basically. It's like their recess. And they call it Little Lunch. I don't know if that's like a common term. I had never heard it before. But yeah, it's them telling stories about like, you won't believe what happened yesterday at Little Lunch. And it's 6 kids. And these 6 kids are like best friends, but you know, in classic style, they're all like totally different. They're all like super weird in different ways. And they just tell like elaborate stories about like the weird shit that one another did during Little Lunch. I don't know. It's cute. Little Lunch is like a morning tea break. Gotcha. So it's not quite lunch. We haven't quite hit lunch. Is it full of drama? Not really. I mean, the drama that's in it is, you know, just like, they're kids. Hey, what you doing? I wouldn't say Little Lunch is common, but it is used in Australia. Cool. Now I know. I've never heard the phrase. Again, I had never heard it. Little Lunch, I had never heard that phrase until I watched the show. As an Australian, this is the first I've heard this term. If you search Little Lunch, the show shows up first. There's a second season. We just don't have it on Netflix yet. I'm trying to find just a thing that talks about the term Little Lunch, but I can't find anything, so. Yes? Wah, 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 wah. You're running out of space. Yes, I know. Every time I go to do anything on my phone, it's like, bitch, delete something. No. I don't want to. I don't have the mental space right now to delete anything, okay? I'm not doing it. I refuse. Is it the pictures? Probably. It tries to get me to delete apps, which is fine. And sometimes I'll delete apps. But then what's the worst thing is when you delete an app and then it's like, cool. That wasn't enough though. Can you delete another thing? And I'm like, what the fuck did I delete that app for? What did I delete that for, dude? Whatever. I thought I had a hair tie. You can probably guess whether or not I have a hair tie. No, my phone, dude. My phone. It's Spotify's cache. On phone? No. I use Spotify all the time. Is it? Shh. How do you get rid of it? How do I fix this? Settings and privacy. Clear cache. Oh my God. This is so exciting for me. Oh my God. Awesome. I don't have any saved songs on there, so there was nothing downloaded, but the cache had a gig. A gig was taken up by cache, so that's awesome. Yeah, both. I think it's tomato, tomato. I think you can say cache or cache. Cashew. I don't know about that one. I just got 2 gig cleared out. Thanks for that. Yo. It's a French word and there's no accent on the E. I'm just saying to you that there are a lot of people that say cache. That's all I'm saying. And I think at this point, the word as it's used in English has 2 pronunciations. Sorry. It's like foyer and foyer. Yeah. Foyer throws me off. Or fillet. Fillet is weird to me. When somebody says a fillet of fish, everybody here in this area of England that I'm in says fillet. That's super weird to me. Who says fillet? A lot of people, dude. This is what I'm saying. Depending on where you live, you're probably around a bunch of people that say a bunch of words the same way that you do. But if you hop and skip somewhere else, you might hear a bunch of people say a word a totally different way. And you have to just accept, like, this is, I guess, how they say this word here. How else do you say it? Filet. Filet of fish. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like, yeah, obviously a bunch of these words are like French words that we co-opted to use in English, but like, you know, language shifts over time. And if a bunch of people pronounce it a different way, right? Then I guess that's the shift that's happened. That's the way that it's pronounced in the English that's spoken in that area, you know? Language history is interesting. In English, you use cow and pig for animals, but pork and beef for the meat because of the mixing of French and Old English. I hadn't ever thought about that. That's weird that we call it something different if we're going to eat it. English is a mess. And yet chicken is chicken. True. Very true. Language be weird. Poultry is chicken. Sure, but we don't say poultry. You don't say, would you like the poultry or the beef for your dinner this evening? You would say the chicken or the beef, right? Poultry nuggies. I'll have the poultry nuggets, please. I'll have the poultry spicy. No, that doesn't work. I was trying to make a McDonald's joke, but then I realized that it's just called the McSpicy, and the joke didn't work. So I love the new podcast. Thank you, John. Yeah, if you want to see the first episode of Geekenders, Jesse and my new podcast, it's on his YouTube. I will be streaming it every week, though. So this Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific time or 4 p.m. GMT, England time. It'll be streamed here, and you can come hang out. And then the VOD will be on Jesse's YouTube. So don't come here looking for the VOD. It won't be here. We had a show called Geekenders. That's where we got the name from. We had a travel show that Jesse and I did that got made, that got filmed and made and put up on a platform that vanished, that got shut down. And the show was awesome, and we've tried to find the episodes, and they don't exist anywhere, and no one has them. So we decided to use the name for something else. What platform was it on? Whatever Verizon's channel was, I think. It doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. It was like exclusive to their weird platform. It's going to be a finished animation, yeah. Yeah, I guess because you guys didn't hear the, 30 minutes of setup unless you were here live. Yeah, the intro, that's an unfinished intro by Jules. I know the concept the concept of a show going on the internet and now no one being able to find it or figure out where to find it or no one has the footage. Like, that is bonkers to me. Scorpy, thank you very much for all the gifted subs. Welcome to the Cat Gang, guys. If you were gifted a sub by Scorpy, make sure you say thank you. Sharing some of my birthday gift as a token of appreciation for Dukes in the community. And now I'm going back to lurking. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. That's very sweet. The song's done. The song is done by Mega Ran. But the animation for the intro is not done yet.